Canadian company. And of course, you've heard of this one. It's Shopify. Shopify boomed during the pandemic, but now it's announcing that's laying off 10% of their workers. They're cutting roughly 1,000 workers, or 10% of their workforce, and that's their global workforce. And they're rolling back on the e-commerce growth technology the company made during the pandemic as it just boomed. Now, Toby Look, which is the company's founder and chief executive, sent out a memo to staff yesterday saying that the layoffs are necessary as consumers resume old shopping habits and are pulling back on online orders. It fueled the company's, which essentially fueled the company's recent growth. Shopify has, what it does is it helps businesses set up e-commerce websites and allows them to continue to grow their revenue when there was the lockdowns and the mandates. And if you recall, brick and mortar stores had to be shut down. So the only other way that they could actually do sales is if they had a website, and a website connected to a checkout where their customers could pay, via credit card, or to be able to have that process in place through their debit or credit card. And this is what Shopify helped them do. You were able to start an e-commerce website with a few clicks and be able to be connected and continue your business online. So now what's happened since is that Shopify shares have fallen 15% to about $31, and this was in the trading for yesterday. And the shares have fallen more than 80% since the peak in November, nearly $1.75. So it's a massive difference from $1.75 to $31 for shares that are being traded. And the CEO and the founder, Look, is saying that he expected that surge of e-commerce sales to grow and would go past COVID-19 pandemic. But in a statement he wrote, he says, "It's now clear the bet didn't pay off. Ultimately, placing this bet was my call to make, and I got this wrong." It is an Ottawa-based company. It will cut the jobs in the divisions of when it comes to recruiting, support, and sales. And they're saying that they're also eliminating over-specialized and duplicate roles, as well as some groups that were convenient to have too, but have now far removed from the building products. And so they've put the statement out. They notified their staff yesterday because of what they're going to do with the layoffs. Now, Shopify is not the only tech company that's going through either layoffs or hiring freezes. We've seen that with other companies as well, as they've claimed that there is rising interest rates, supply chain shortages, and the reversal of what the pandemic trends are, as people are now out and about and no longer dealing with COVID mandates and lockdowns. And that included remote work, as well as what they're seeing when it comes to a potential recession around the corner. This also comes at a time where Netflix says that they're going to cut about 300 workers in June. And they said that in June, and it was based on loss of subscribers. Twitter has now also, now that they're in the legal battle with Elon Musk, they're laying off 100 members of their talent acquisition team. And when it comes to Tesla itself, in June as well, it laid off roughly 200 people and would cut another 10% of salaried staff. Microsoft, as well as Alphabet's Google, are now slowing down on their hiring, as well as Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram. They've announced that they're also freezing on their hiring as well and slowing things down. So Shopify's workforce had increased from 1,900 people in 2016 to roughly 10,000 people in 2021. Imagine that growth, 1,900 people in 2016 to 10,000 in 2021. So that's where the latest trends are at. And Shopify has reported an annual revenue growth of 86% in 2020, 57% in 2021 to about $4.6 billion. The company has reported a softening this year and has warned that 2022's numbers wouldn't benefit from the pandemic at all. Things have reversed.